before y'all got questions and shit like that, if you're not from LA and you don't know about gang politics, I'm going to let you know how it goes, right? When you're from a hood, no matter what hood you're from, there's a set of rules, right? If you do anything that makes the hood look bad in any type of way, your homies might call you, your big homies may call you, people might bring it to the forefront, and if they agree that you need a DP. A DP is a short word for discipline. When you get disciplined, when you get DP, that means basically you got to come over there, fight a gang of niggas. You're going to get jumped, get your ass whooped, but that's your discipline. It's just like if you get in trouble with your parents and your parents spank you, that's what that is. It's just with the organization. So that's what happened to Cmac. Cmac, some old shit got popped up where he was dissing, you know what I'm saying, the card that he is from. His homies didn't like that shit, so they called him to get disciplined, and they whooped on him, which happens all the fucking time. Everybody goes through that. Not everybody, but a lot of people go through that. Sometimes I done see niggas get DP'd for when their enemies run up on them. They ask them where they from. They say they're not from nowhere. And their enemies will be like, oh, he's turned down. He's a bitch. They homies may say, hey, come get your DP. If you don't come get your DP, you can't bang the hood no more. You can't go to the hood no more. You might as well just stop banging, period. Can C-Mac fight back? Yes, C-Mac probably can fight back. But what can you do against 10 niggas? Have I ever been disciplined? No, I have never been disciplined. But I'm not bigger than the program. I'm not bigger than the program. Pun is not bigger than the program. If a nigga do something out of pocket that make the hood look bad, a nigga may call and say, hey, you need to get your DP. You know what I'm saying? There's been a couple of times where homies was talking about, hey, man, we may need to DP you. And I'm like, well, shit, I got to do what I got to do. You feel what I'm saying? That's how we going to leave it. Now, when it comes down to the old shit that came out and stuff like that, and C-Mac being from somewhere else, it's a lot of niggas in the streets that go from different hoods and switch. You know what I'm saying? There's some niggas who change their whole rag color. You know what I'm saying? The difference is this nigga went, got his DP, and instead of hiding and doing that shit, that motherfucker showed his scars, whatever the fuck happened to him, got on Instagram Live, he's handling shit the gangster way. You feel me? Now, people who don't like him, they're going to say all type of stuff. And the shit that he did before that, yeah, the shit looked bad at the end of the day. But that has nothing to do with who he is as a person today. If his homies respect him and they fuck with him, we can't say nothing when it come down with that. You know what I'm saying? So being the face on No Jumper in the media can be risky even with your own set? Fuck yeah. Let me tell you something. If I go on No Jumper and I say something that's out of pocket, if I do something that is like super against the hood and shit like that, guess what? My homies may say, hey, D, you need a fucking DP. And if I don't want to get a DP, I can't bang the hood no more. That's just how it goes. We're going to keep it real. The difference is, this is the first time that somebody of this celebrity has been showing gangbang politics to the forefront. And a lot of motherfuckers are not familiar with this shit, so they don't know what it is. They just talking about it. You know what I'm saying? DP does not mean deep penetration.
Oh my God.
But that's a good one.
Deep penetration.
Now, I'm not mad at C-Mac from when he was younger, you know, not wanting to gangbang. It seems like he was a kid who just wanted to be bad to me. Wanted to gangbang. The nigga down there made up a fucking hood. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't accepted. He made his own hood up. Okay, whatever. He wanted to be bad. He went to go get put on the 60s. Shout out to All Weather for subscribing. He went and got put on the 60s in Texas. Texas, 60s is not the same as 60s in Los Angeles. The Los Angeles 60s is the motherfucking motherland. I don't know how they do it in Texas. I'll be wrong to speak about that shit, but it is not the same. You know what I'm saying? I'm not familiar when he got put on, when he was older or anything like that. But that man went to the 5-5s. He got put on. And from what they say, He's been a real one ever since then. You know what I'm saying? And you got to respect that he went and got his DP and he's back to regular scheduled programming. That nigga letting y'all know he got beat up, he did what it did, and that's what it is. Like, it's not that really that big of a deal. It's just that you guys fucking are seeing some shit like this for the first time. There's a lot of niggas who get DP behind the scenes. What the difference is, a lot of these rappers and a lot of these motherfuckers that y'all fucking think is hard, they're not real gang members. They never really been from a gang. They never really lived that life. They only got hood passes because, you know, they rapping and they got money and they're paying their way when it comes down to that shit. So if you've never been a real gang member, you wouldn't know what the fuck is going on. And this is the first wave of motherfuckers who are gang members or who are really from street places that are putting themselves on camera. There has not been too many street niggas doing podcasts. Me and T-Rail are some of the first street niggas who really got to do podcasts. Whack 100 is doing a podcast. That wasn't heard of. Gangsters usually don't talk too much. Now we're in a different age. Niggas like Cmac usually don't get interviews. You know what I'm saying? Adam usually gives the people from LA a motherfucking voice. These other platforms, you don't see these niggas. You don't see that shit. So guess what? Cmac did what the fuck he's supposed to do. And I'm going to leave it at that. Anything else? I've been DP. It can get a lot worse than what he was looking. Yeah, it can get a lot worse. Some niggas be in the hospital after they get their DPs. Some niggas get DP and their homies tell them you can't bang the hood no more. That's your put off. Now, recording him getting this DP, that shit ain't cool. That's not solid. You ain't supposed to do that to your homeboy. That's not right. I don't like that. That make the whole hood look bad. You supposed to keep shit off the motherfucking internet. But that just lets you guys know the time that we live in now, there's no fucking rules to this shit. Niggas is doing so much other shit when it come down to that. You know what I'm saying? But every hood got rules and it's fucking politics. And you gotta abide by that at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Anything else? So why he get beat up? I'm gonna tell you again. He got his discipline for some old shit that came out. His homies didn't like that shit. If the same shit happened to me, guess what? If it came back later that, oh, AD said this when he was 14, 15, my homies may want to fuck me up. And if I'm a real one, I'm going to go to the park and I'm going to get my ass whooped. You feel me? That's just how this shit goes. So you motherfuckers know. Now, when it comes down to when I was younger, when I was a fucking teenager, right? I did not like the neighborhood that I ended up being from. There was a lot of older people from over there. It wasn't cool. It was a lot of smokers. I didn't want to be from where I ended up being from. So guess what? I wanted to be from a different hood. When I was going to get put on a different hood, the nigga that was going to put me on got killed. The same day he was going to put me on. I ended up not being from over there. You know what I'm saying? Later on, I got put on where I grew up at. It was younger guys over there that fucking put, you know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, it was older guys. Me and all my homeboys that I grew up with my whole life, we did not like the neighborhood that we was fucking from. We all as a whole was like, you know what? We're going to sit here and get put on this motherfucking hood, and we're going to sit there and rep this motherfucker, and we're going to do that, and that's what we did. But let me tell you motherfuckers something. Ain't nothing cool about this gangbanging shit. It ain't nothing to glorify. It ain't nothing to be happy about or none of that shit. I don't take nothing back about my past, but if I can tell anybody something, don't do this shit. This shit is weak as fuck. You're going to lose a lot of homies. You might lose your fucking life.
God.
What happened?
I'm looking at the chat.
Yeah. You might lose your life. You might lose your homies gonna lose your life, man. I done been through more funerals than what you can count.